Hello everyone, welcome back to the Leeds Lewis channel and welcome to Cup Final, the special episode, Cup Final Day, Man City. We will be playing them later on in the episode after our game against Chelsea in the league. It's a game against Man City, the biggest game of the career mode so far, a chance to qualify for the Conference League next year, the only way we'll be playing European football next year as it stands in the league. We've got a game against Chelsea first, but it's a massive episode, the biggest episode of the career mode. However, two massive games, in fact, because Chelsea, one of our biggest rivals, of course, in the league to play first. So two massive games. There is a week's break in between both games, so we can play a full squad. Sinistera is back after his lengthy injury, so he could be a crucial part to the cup final. I think this is his first start back since coming back. Rob Holding is going to play because he's picked up form very well recently after that shaky start. Bamford, of course, plays. Greenwood, of course, plays. Those two on brilliant form. Brendan makes the bench. No Gyökeres on the bench yet, however, hopefully he can feature later on in the episode. But yeah, massive game at Ellen Road. The last time the boys will see them before the cup final. Let's get into it against Chelsea. Let's go then for this massive game against Chelsea. It won't be the biggest game of the episode as we have that cup final in store later on. However, always a massive game in the season against Chelsea. When we are in the Premier League, it is always a massive game. One of our biggest rivals out there, along with Manchester United, of course. Probably two biggest rivals. Chelsea definitely one of them, and it would be so sweet to get a win over them at Ellen Road as the fans send us off to head to the cup final. Let's go for this one then. Come on, boys. Corner whipped in, cleared only as far as Enzo Fernandez, and Meslier is forced into making a save. It was a good save from Milan all the same, but we should be clearing that out with the initial header as Sterling pushes forward looking to give Chelsea an early lead. Beats Sinistera back into Sterling. A really bright start to this game from Chelsea, and it goes out for another corner here. Mason Mount stands over it. Could be off to Man United in real life. Whipped across. Meslier claimed that, and he does, and it's right on his line there. Risky play from Meslier, but we will come away with it. Greenwood into Christensen driving forward. Can he find Bamford, who's making a lovely run? Those are dangerous runs from Bamford. He's taking a heavy first touch, but he's going to shoot low into Kepa, who makes an awkward but good save to deny Patrick Bamford an early goal as Marc Cucurella pushes out to Greenwood, who it's fallen to, and Cucurella's there to make the block again, and Kepa will save that very easily indeed. Tyler Adams is giving it away there. That's Paul from Adams, and it's played through, but Rob Holding will get there. Meslier's giving it away. Rob Holding got there, and it's come out to Sterling, and it's off the bar. Illan Meslier's mistake nearly cost us a goal here early on. However, we do get away with it rather luckily, and we can move on at 0-0. Sinistera coming back into the lineup. That's a poor touch from Cini. We need him to be on form for the cup final. We can't have him taking first touches like that, and Chelsea can push away with it through Mount. Mount plays it back out to James, back into Mount. Mount pushing forwards for Chelsea here. Voba tries to put the tackle, misses it, and Aubameyang shoots, and it's saved by Meslier. Poor game performance this has been for us. We really haven't got into the groove of it yet in this game. Cini nearly just heads it straight into the danger there, and Adams is there. Adams doesn't clear it, falls to Aubameyang, and Meslier saves it. Sinistera is having a howler of a return to the Leeds United starting 11, and it does raise questions whether he should play in the cup final. However, we are pushing forward through Weston McKennie, one of our rare opportunities. Cucurella's playing at centre back. McKennie's still going. McKennie shoots, and Kepa saves it. However, very close there for Leeds through Weston McKennie. Played out to Greenwood, who's played it out to Sinistera with a poor ball, but Cini can run through all the same. Cini taking it to a tight angle, but just loses the ball at the last minute, and Kepa nearly gave it back to Cini there, giving us a golden opportunity to take the lead right on the stroke of half-time. And Chelsea have caught us here with Firpo as the last man, and Firpo has not come across well. Mount might not have the pace to get past Holding, but he squared it to Sterling, who shoots and scores. And just like that, We are 1-0 down in this game. Raheem Sterling with the goal. I don't know why we committed so many players up the pitch, but there was so many up, and it was a one on. It was basically a 1-on-1 there for Mount. He squared it as Holding got back. It's terrible from Firpo to not have the pace to keep up. Holding did have Mount covered, but he squared it to Sterling, and that is an easy goal for the ex-Man City, now Chelsea winger, who's playing through the middle, it looks like, and Chelsea get a deserved 1-0 lead. We've had a decent period of play, however, we have not been good enough, and Chelsea have punished us. Raheem Sterling with his 19th goal of the season, so he is having a really good season, but 1-0 down right at the stroke of half-time is not good for us, and we are going to have to make changes at half-time. I mean, it's been a very poor first half. I mean, pick out a couple of plays. Luis Sinisterra has been absolutely dreadful in that first half. He really has not been good, which is quite worrying. I want to give him more time because, of course, he's a quite a big player for us, and I don't want to just sub him off because he could play a massive role in the cup final. And if I sub him off, he won't. But I'll give him a little bit more time, and we'll bring on Jack Harrison. We won't bring on Jack Harrison, actually. We'll leave it as it is for now. And then we'll look at bringing on Harrison, Nonto a little bit later on. Adams over the top to Somerville, has chested that down beautifully. Somerville plays for Greenwood. This is a really good passage of play from the boys. Greenwood, who's on great form, shoots, and Kepa saves. But that was a really good bit of play from Leeds. 54 minutes on the clock. Now would be a brilliant time to get a goal. McKennie whips it in. Who's Cine, who wasn't there, falls out to Greenwood, who plays it out wide, and there's someone down in the box here, but Firpo plays it in, and Chelsea can come away with it here, but the play has been stopped to that person down in the box, and it's only Luis Sinisterra again, the player who was so key at the start of the career mode, who has just come back in from injury. He's not been playing well. I contemplated taking him off at half-time, decided against it, and now we have paid the price because Luis Sinisterra is injured and now will be out for the cup final. That is not ideal whatsoever, and we are forced into making a couple of changes. Harrison and Rodrigo, come on, that is a really, really bad bit of news. I don't know what he's doing, but he's badly injured again, and a massive blow to our cup final hopes. We don't want to make it back-to-back 1-0 losses here as Nonto drives us forward into Christensen. Christensen pushing us forward. Can he find Rodrigo in the box? He has found Rodrigo in the box, who just can't quite get enough on it. But we do have a corner. Ellen Road is rocking. We're changing the kick taker because we want McKennie in the box to get his head on it. Brendan on the corner does get it into McKennie, who shoots off the bar, and it's gone in. Kepa says, I think it's an own goal off Kepa. McKennie, the target man in the middle, has got us an undeserved, but he's got us a point against Chelsea all the same. The tactic was to get the target man McKennie in. I don't know why we're celebrating like this for an own goal in the last minute. I get this against Chelsea, but it's an own goal in the last minute and we're celebrating like we won the World Cup. Calm down, boys. But it's a scrappy goal, whipped into McKennie, off the bar. It wasn't going to go in, but then it goes off Kepa's back, who's diving. It would only be Kepa that would happen to. And McKennie, who has been so handy in the box, comes up with the goods again. A lovely delivery from Brendan, and that is somehow a point well earned against Chelsea. We had to fight for it. Chelsea have been the better side, but they didn't take the chances, and it looks like we are going to get, and we have now got a point as we head into the all-important cup final against Man City. We've got an injury, however, that is a massive point against Chelsea. Another point against another Big Six club. We do seem to have a style of play that works against the big teams that doesn't work against the small teams. I mean, you look at the games this season that we've had, some of the results: 5-1 against Man City, 3-2 against Arsenal in the Cup. Did we beat Chelsea earlier on in the season, or did we lose them? But anyway, we've got a point against them today at home. It's been brilliant, but I've just seen there Luis Sinisterra is out for 7 months. He's done his cruciate ligament. Yes, he wasn't playing very well in that match, but he's just come back from injury and he is out for 7 months. So that's the rest of this season and the start of next season as well. He'll be out for. That is a massive blow. He's just come back and he's already out again. That is very bad for us. He's just had a long injury, and that is the worst injury you can get. Basically, could be a career ender for many people. Sinisterra, an extremely talented player. Yes, he didn't have the best game, but he is out for the cup final and he is out for the rest of the season. A really tough message to get there, but we have to focus on the cup final. Play it in his honour. He was so crucial at the start of the season. However, now we need to win it for him as we set up the team. Harrison and Somerville will play. Somerville has to play because of his pace is so handy, and that cam roll, the one position that keeps being rotated between Harrison, Perkins and Greenwood. Greenwood has earned a chance to play in the final due to his form. There's no place for sentimentality. A lot of attacking talent on the bench. Gyökeres on the bench, hoping to make his debut, I think. I don't think he's played yet in this game. The biggest game for the career mode so far at Wembley. The fans have turned out in their numbers. We're going to need a miracle, and let's hope we can perform one. It's been a long time coming, a tough journey, but we have made it to Wembley Stadium for the biggest match of the career mode so far. The cup final, the Carabao Cup final at Wembley Stadium, the biggest pitch in the entire country. It's been a tough route. Fulham, we looked down and out and we scraped through. Lincoln, we got past them in dominant second leg fashion. 2 penalty shootouts on the way, but we've made it through all the same. Manchester City have had tougher opponents, but they've also, the specialists in this competition, ex-4-in-a-row winners. We've made some new signings. We've invested heavily in the squad, all for this game. A chance of European football next season if we do become victorious, but also a chance to get our hands on silverware in the first season. Calvin Phillips, ex-Leeds player, starts in the midfield for City. We've got new signing Victor Gyökeres on the bench. Rob Holding starts at centre-back for us. The players will be nervous, but we've done our best to settle the nerves. It's a massive game, some of the biggest game that a lot of these players will play in their entire lives. What a performance we need. It's going to have to be a massive upset. We've beaten them in the league this season. We know we can do it. It all comes down to this. 90 minutes to determine the Carabao Cup final. Let's go. Just try not to commit very much with these players early on, because I do not want to be conceding early, because that can lead to a capitulation, which of course we do not want in a cup final. But 10 minutes into the game, and we are doing all right here. However, Man City are pushing forward in the early attack. I'm watching the ball into the box. I think we didn't watch it well enough, because they did manage to get it into the box, and Meslier is forced into an early save. However, it has left City vulnerable, and Somerville can exploit that. The reason he's playing is for his pace, and he's using it well here. He's played a ball over the top to Greenwood in at the back post, and Sam Greenwood scores. It's absolute scenes at Wembley. Ilan Meslier makes a massive save at the other end. We go down the other end. Somerville using his pace attributes. The reason he started the game was to push us forwards on the counter-attack. It's a lovely ball over the top, and we lead at Wembley in the cup final. It's a beautiful ball on the volley, taken first time. I thought I'd put it wide for a second there, but Sam Greenwood, the person who's only just he's earned his way into the team over the last few weeks, and he's given us a massive goal here in our cup final hopes. And now all we need to do is keep a clean sheet, and we will win the Carabao Cup. His first goal in the competition, and what a goal it could turn out to be. As we head ever closer to half-time, just getting at half-time 1-0, boys. Firpo in his foul there, and Man City will have an opportunity before half-time. Luckily, we don't pick up a card for that. However, before half-time, a massive opportunity for Man City from this free kick to level the scores. It's been a very even first half, actually. City had that massive opportunity early on, but we'll be hoping we can stop them from getting one now, and we have. And Somerville is going to play it back out and just clear it away, Patrick Bamford, and it is half-time. We lead the cup final 1-0 at half-time. The Leeds section hoping to get their hands on a bit of silverware. Man City have had more opportunities in the first half. Will we make subs, or do we just keep it how it is? Don't risk anything yet. I think it's a bit too early to think about subs yet. Just leave it how it is for now as we head into the second half. And here come Man City, and that is a lovely ball through the middle. And can Christensen get across? Alvarez has taken it early. I don't know why he would take that so early. But Christensen was coming across, so I was hoping Christensen could get across, but it was poor play from Alvarez. Maybe that a bit of inexperience from the young player coming into play there as Man City drive forward. Now it's all Man City in the second half so far. It feels like a goal could be inevitable. We need to just get a second or just get a bit of the ball here to just re-establish ourselves into the game, just re-earn that respect from Man City. What has happened there? I do not know what has happened there. Meslier, I kept clicking the thing to change players again to back away from Meslier because Meslier to run out because of the terrible pass. But then when I was thinking about maybe just passing it out. But when I lost the ball, which was here, I'm trying to change player. I'm clicking change player, and it wouldn't let me do it. So in a cup final, we've been absolutely screwed over by EA there and we've just thrown away our 1-0 lead because of that. And we are going to make some changes now, but that is a joke. That's how we've lost it. And it's either going to be Rodrigo or Gyökeres. So we'll bring on Gyökeres in that role. But that is an absolute joke. We'll bring on Nonto as well. But that has really annoyed me because I kept clicking change player and it wouldn't let me do it. So that is really tough way to lose the lead on the hour mark. Really annoying there. Hopefully there's no glitches this time where we can't change the player and just get it clear, Ilan. And Firpo has done really well there to get the ball out to Nonto. In real life, of course, a wonder kid. And he is pushing forwards again. And he's played it back in to Greenwood, who's shooting it right at Edison. You have to do better there. Sam Greenwood right at Edison. Oh, that is annoying. That is a golden opportunity. And that will be his last action. He was nearly the hero again with his second goal of the game. But we're going to bring on Sonny Perkins. Despite his 62 rating, he has scored some massive goals in this career mode, and he will come on now. We're gonna change the kick taker again just so maybe get McKennie's head on it. And it has gone right into the area from McKennie. It's off the bar. It's come back out to Christensen, who shoots now, and Akanji gets on top of it. You can tell that Christensen's a defender because he really did look uncomfortable in that position. But yeah, that was a really close opportunity. McKennie from the corners is so dangerous, and Man City pushing forward. Christensen just get back out wide. Just don't give them any like free space. Just constantly pressing them, boys. But I'm worried here that they're going to get a goal because they are pushing forward. Hernandez on the at wing back. He's a class player. And Calvin Phillips, not like this. I was going to say Calvin Phillips, please, anyone but him to score a winner for Man City. The ex-Leeds United man could have come back to haunt us. That would have been a horrible way for us to lose in this game. Meslier plays it out to Firpo, who is another one who's been really good. A lot of players have stepped up to the task today as it plays back into Firpo. Gyökeres is running through. Gyökeres plays it out to Somerville, who shoots, and Somerville scores. And the Man City players are on the floor as the Leeds United players celebrate in what has been an absolutely massive goal scored by Crescencio Somerville. We're on the touchline. Everyone's in the corner flag, and we are 2-1 up in the cup final. There's 5 minutes to go. Don't lose your heads yet, but we achieved the impossible. Adams plays it into Gyökeres, who is so calm to turn, plays it into Somerville. It's a perfect first time finish. That is lovely. Finesse shot low. Edison can't keep that one out. It's been such a close second half after we were scammed with Man City getting that equaliser. We have scored, and is this going to be enough to get ourselves through? Somerville has been such a key player in this match. He basically put the first goal on a plate for Greenwood, and in the second goal he has just scored it Can we do the impossible here and beat Man City? 5 minutes, boys. Ultra defensive. Everyone back. Ayling. He's been with us since the Championship days. He's now playing in a Carabao Cup final. Just keep hold of the ball. Voba plays it into Adams. This is ridiculous stuff. Man City having to commit everyone forward, and it's played it through to Gyökeres, who's played it through to Perkins, who has a chance to finish it. It's back out to Gyökeres, who scored the new signing. He's barely played since coming in from Coventry. He's now scored the winning goal in the cup final. Man City had to push everyone forwards to try and get themselves a winner, but they are all shots. They're all sat down. The Leeds fans have gone mental because we have just won the Carabao Cup. Perkins plays a chipped shot and Gyökeres is fully outstretched at the back post. Man City pushed everyone forwards, but it's not enough. And Gyökeres, that little tap, and we are champions of England with the Carabao Cup. This is incredible. You couldn't write it. Gyökeres, who hasn't played a minute since coming in, comes on as a substitute to score the winner in the Carabao Cup final, and it's absolute scenes. The Man City fans are booing. This will be enough. They're not going to score 2 goals. The Man City fans are going mental. The Leeds fans are saying blow the whistle. And he has blown the whistle. We are playing Conference League football next season. We have won the Carabao Cup. What a game. I mean, throughout it, we haven't played. We haven't had the most difficult run to the final. So I thought maybe this could be one of those games where it's a bit of a reality check. But it isn't. We have absolutely battered Man City. Well, we haven't, but we've scored 3 past them. They 1-0 up early on. Man City dominated the game since then, but 2 late goals. The first one on the break, the second one also on the break. However, Man City are committed people forwards, and we have done it. I don't know who the captain is, but whoever it is it Cooper still maybe? They will get to lift the trophy. This is incredible stuff. Perkins goes, Somerville goes to pick up the trophy, and everyone can go and pick it up. It's Voba, of course it is. It couldn't be anyone better than Max Voba. So many crucial tackles, and he deservedly gets to lift the trophy. We've done the impossible. We've won the Carabao Cup. An incredible achievement in the first season, the first trophy win, hopefully the first of many. It's incredible. Wembley Stadium erupts for Leeds United. The Man City fans have stayed in respect. We've given the young players a chance, and the young players at Leeds United are very special indeed. We are Carabao Cup champions. This is incredible stuff. They're running to the Leeds fans. Voba, the captain, he's been a crucial part. His last-ditch tackles are better than anyone else's on this game. He is absolutely brilliant baller, and he is the captain. Perkins there played such a big part. McKennie, Nonto, Adams, Greenwood, Bamford, Meslier played a massive part. Robles and Clarkson in the early rounds both played games, so they can pick up a medal because they were part of this journey as well. We are Carabao Cup finalists. We're Carabao Cup winners in the first season, and that is quite a beautiful shot, isn't it? Incredible. I hoped we would win trophies, but I didn't think it was possible in the first season. And wow, isn't that just brilliant? First season, and we are trophy winners. What an episode. An incredible episode. The streets of Leeds will be going crazy in this game universe tonight, because we have brought home a trophy. In our first season, we have made ourselves into the history books as a legend, producing one of the biggest cup runs, one of the biggest upsets in cup history by beating Manchester City side that seemed formidable, that are going for the quadruple. They're 8 points clear at the top of the Premier League, and we have beaten them twice in a row, but more importantly, in a cup final. We have Pep's number, and that is an absolutely incredible result. And what an episode. My favourite episode that I've recorded so far, because that is it's always incredible to get your hands on the trophy in the first season. But that's the end of this episode. Prem games to play next episode. See you on the next one. Goodbye.